Hello again, this is Eva Lay, and we are back again with some more Dream Daddy. Still loving this game. And we just finished a date with Joseph last time, so let's see where we go from here. So, while I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we get any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. Takes a couple tries to get them all in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kinda busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA.
Yes.
Immediately, Amanda pushes the door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back.
Yeah.
Father, please! I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. It's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of the envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. No! Oh, she got in! She got in! Okay! Sorry, I didn't read that. I got excited. Oh! I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie! That's amazing! I'm so proud of you. I am. I'm proud of you. Look at you going to art school, being an artist, just like me. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed the interview, and your photography is incredible.
Oh.
Wait, Dad. I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We will get you to go and where you want to go. That's what parents do. I think for a moment, HIA was one of the most expensive schools that Amanda applied to, and I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. We will figure it out. I will work a night job. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Wait, do I even have a job? Riddle me that. Answer me that, not riddle me that. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie. We're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, wherever you want. Wherever. Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad. You know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a burrito with a view. Can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay.
Alright.
And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby. There's a discount if you bring your student ID, and... Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your burrito. I know, I'm just excited. Did I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photo editing software for free? That's nice. Do you get it on your own computer? Because at my university, or technically my college, we did not. It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it in between bites of her burrito. The thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I can't talk. Wonder who my roommates are gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with a similar major and interest. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Greg and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. And don't even get me started on bad roommates. My roommates weren't bad, but we don't talk anymore. Then again, I kind of sort of stopped going after the first year to my university. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about a new foreign exchange student with a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. That is awesome. I wish we could have faked a dog living in my dorm. It would have been awesome. Carl ruled.
Yeah.
Oh, they let you have animals in the dorm if you get a note saying you need one. Bet I can forge one. Think I get a rabbit. Maybe a snake? Maybe both. Wait, would the snake eat the rabbit, though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave all that up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So, you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega.
Huh?
He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. Dumpster fire. I am proud of you. I'm proud of you. Dumpster fire. It's great. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. I think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's going to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. Don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now and you're such a good person, and I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. Oh, that was cute.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I'm trying to decide who I want to date next. And I'm torn between Hugo and Matt because they were arguing about art. And and he's awkward, but he's a teacher. So that means you can have, good, decent, intellectual conversations with him. Let's look at the profiles. Let's see what we got. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on the 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're here to tell me that my son has put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. He also has very bad son issues, and I feel like he needs help. Brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. Desert Island, the remembrance of things past. So why so you can eat it? Who takes a book onto a desert island? Turn on muscles. Sorry, buddy, don't really have those. I mean, I've got thin muscles. When you grew up, you wanted to be a movie star. Favorite movie? Documentaries on art history. I love documentaries on art history. Read a comfortable book on off the side of the couch in comfortable silence. That's always nice. Never leave home without my glasses. I actually forget them at home a lot. I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Interesting. Let me Matt. Avid music enthusiast, passionate coffee drinker, same on both fronts. You can find me most days selling bean juice. Oh, why do you gotta call it bean juice? That just sounds so weird. Hanging out with people at the park with my amazing daughter. 80s no-wave music. Perfect Friday night. Likely to perfect my cold brew setup one drip at a time. Desert Island fine-tunes to pass the days away. Turn-on's multi-instrumentalism. When you grew up, a barista, technically, Bartista. Favorite shit with subtitles. Ideal date, animal shelter. Oh, I'm a dog person. Like, I love cats, but I'm a dog person. Never leave home without my headphones. True. Spent a lot of time thinking about where did writing commas into song titles come from and where did it go? Did we all just agree that that's a bad idea? Alright. I think I'm gonna go with Hugo. I wanna date Hugo. Let's do it. Exercise regularly and you'll stay healthy. Smile as often as you... Never mind. I navigate to Hugo's dad book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Wanna hang out sometime? Wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. Oh, that was two of them. I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possibility that you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm gonna be honest with you here. It's the middle school class, and I need as much help as I can get. Oh, I'd rather it be high schoolers. I think about it for a moment. Man, That's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for, and they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you? Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Yeah, it's puberty. That's what it's called. Middle school is just puberty.
Dad.
Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40+ hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day? Top 40s pop? Middle schoolers should just be avoided at all costs. You're not helping the situation that I'm currently in. What was your middle school experience like? I remember it. I did not like it, and I didn't think it was fine. It was better than high school. I thought it was fine. There was nothing really out of the ordinary for me. I had friends who... Oh no, they all wronged me in some way, shape, or form. They were terrible to me. And wait, I was terrible to them too. It's all rushing back to me. Middle school was awful. I had repressed it for so long.
Hey.
Dad, did we just have a breakthrough? I think we did.
Huh.
See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Wellingham grew up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. Why? I love the ocean. Not the beach, but the ocean. What, are you worried about that a whale's gonna pop out of the and touch the tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put that fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh the fear of the ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss a man on the forehead before I head out. Does she not have school today? Like, why is there a field? Is it on the weekend? I arrive at the aquarium to find the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle in their teachers' small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo!
Oh no.
It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming. As I'm sure you know, the class is all... As I'm sure you know, it's the class with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar.
Oh.
Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start.
Hmm.
Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. Well, we'll see. The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out a massive stapled packets of papers to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, it will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet?
Oh.
Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes and think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does an aquarium have to do with books?
Oh.
We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays.
Oh.
gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments, while they text Hugo, I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines.
Hey.
Lionfish! Ha-ha! That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? I did not know that, but I knew it was a lionfish at least. Whoa.
Ah.
Their spines are venomous, too. Nature is hardcore.
Yes.
You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish out near the bottom of the tank. Oh, I think I know what that one is, but I can't remember. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, like, keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Cool.
Hey.
Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the, American longfin?
Oh.
Yeah? Did you know that? Psychiatric fish trivia? This is the only species of fish known to develop clinical depression. Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here.
Oh.
Haha! Good one! Yay, I got hearts. Lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. You know, I don't think I've ever been to an aquarium like that. I've been to, like, a dolphin preserve, zoo. I don't think I've ever been to, like, a floor-to-ceiling aquarium type of thing. I mean, I've been to SeaWorld. I don't know if that counts. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids to start a fight over a Capri Sun. They shouldn't have broken that there. I thought it was like a fish. I walk around the room reading tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium like in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. Someone surrounded by angry hormonal preteens. He looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow.
Oh.
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. I want to see what it does. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? I'd rather stare at you. What? No, okay. No. I just wanted to see. Wait, hold on. I mean, I'd rather not stare at you at all. Okay, yeah, no. I just wasn't sure what his reaction would be. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? No, Evan. One's eating the other. Well. Stand together wondering. Aw. Okay, what's his reaction to the other one? I've done two. I might as well. Honestly, I think the interactions in this game are just so great. Like, I kind of want to go, like, I'll probably go through and play it on my own time and just see what happens with all of them. Like, do absolutely horrible on all of the dates. See what happens. If you can just piss everybody off. Everybody hates you at the end. They force you to move out of the neighborhood. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It's truly fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. Ooh. You know, the fact that there are eggplants and then the water spurts, like, really? Was the water spurts like a necessary touch? Just saying. Like, did you need it? It's a very astute point, Evan. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. See, now I've been to one of those, but I think that was at SeaWorld. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Sorry. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Evan? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun. And informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me, and my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays had their barbs removed, the horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you can learn more about them, right? No. Sometimes the more you learn about them, the scarier they get. I dive my hand back into the touch tank with renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. I did not pronounce that right. I highly doubt I did. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious. Why's that?
Oh.
Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan? Susan, get back here. Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. Don't have time for game here. It's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. Not afraid to hit a child? Don't have time for games here. Whatever it is, it goes back in the touch tank. Now. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do.
Oh.
Yes? Well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move.
Whoa.
Hugo leans down and unzips the bag. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? What? Were you going to take it home to eat it? Because, why was that my first thought? Oh my god. I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was going to die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, hands where I can see them. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder.
Oh.
Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller takes. Sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounds us.
Oh.
Look over here. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth.
Hey.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey, kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back onto their phones.
Hey.
Fun fact, male seahorses can give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. Oh, however many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow and change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes! Our group of kids run around the exhibit. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin. No! Not the puffins. Leave the puffins alone. It was my high school mascot. Trying to get their attention. For at least a few of the moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Sweet Manchego.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh no. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. How? How did she get in there? What is wrong with this aquarium? Over on the side of the enclosures, I see an exhibit to I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was this unlocked the whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs towards the puppet exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, 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 I have an announcement. The whole room turns to look towards Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst, hey! The girl whips around to look at me, her nose pink from the cold. You can't be in here! Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So, I can understand some of the confusion when we were discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? Letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even gonna go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't have the time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin.
I don't know.
Little known fact is that penguins live only in cold climates. With some exceptions. They don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Try to relate to her, bribe her. You know what? Bribe her. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket, pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change. There's also a button in here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake our arrangement before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Oh, no!
Block that bird!
Oh! Hold on. No. I didn't know you had to click. I hope bribing her was the best thing to do. Like, I feel like Hugo will understand being...
Bribe that teen!
What do you mean bribe that teen? I feel like I failed because one penguin escaped. I don't know. I'm worried. Whew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo's wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech. And that's why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out of sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Huh?
What? Oh, no. I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose so that they can compare animal thief notes.
Oh.
You're not off the hook, Molly. Evan, did you just bribe a child? You can't play by the rules when there are penguins on the line. It's true. I feel like I'm going to have to go back and redo that one. I feel like he's not going to like it. Listen, man. We've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. Oh no. Oh no. No, I can't. I can't load. Hold on. I can't. Just a sec. Okay, save. I bribed a child. It was the only way I could get her out of the exhibit. I'm not proud of what I've done. Okay. I'm not proud of it either. Or my penguin facts lecture. But at least we got her out. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the end of the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop and we make our way back out to the school bus. As we leave the aquarium, the kids load onto the buses. Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Evan. Thanks so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun.
Hey.
Let me take you out next time and make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I mean, there's nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. I'm all about cheese boards. I love cheese boards. I'm hoping this is talking about food, because there's nothing more satisfying on earth than good cheese. Well, I gotta make sure these kids don't steal anything else. See you around. Whoop, 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 whoop. Walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin.
Aww.
We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw.
Hey.
Hey, you got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud. He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. Gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. Hopefully she never becomes a father. Date complete. Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh,
Looks
I got an S
Paradise
rank.
Lost just got found.
Ah, that was kind of good, actually. Alright. Alright. Should I go ahead?
Welcome. You've got dads.
I should just do one date all the way across and then one date all the way across. Okay, yeah. So, sorry, I had to take a little bit of a break. My voice, I needed something to drink so bad. But I have decided that I'm going to do what I said. And I'm going to go, since I already did Joseph and Hugo, so I'm just going to keep going this way. Then boom, 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 boom. And then back. That's what I'm going to do. So next up is Mr. Damien. Damien Bloodmarch. I watch enough Game of Thrones, I should be able to do this. How do you do? I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through the graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. Listen to the True Crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimen on a Friday night. If I had one thing to take with me on a desert island, it would be a coffin. What is my turn-ons pronouncing bosom correctly? What did I want to be when I grew up? I wanted to be a bat. Why am I over-pronouncing my T's? What is my favorite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. Ideal date night? It's night. We're Industrial Dark Wave Club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. But you never leave home without an upside-down cross. Well, technically, couldn't it also be a right-side-up cross, depending on how you're holding it? I mean, any cross could be either which way. I spend a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Go ahead and message him. See how we do. Go ask your mother. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. Navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. Just hang out sometime. It's a great thing. Hey dude. After that classy description he had on his dad book, we're gonna, hey dude, you seem cool. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I set my coffee at the computer, and the computer finally dings. Evan. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself able to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I do believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. It was fine. We were in the garden, not a garden, backyard of Joseph's house. I would be highly flattered if you would enjoy your company at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll through the garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I don't know why my voice went really deep at that, but okay. Hey Amanda? Can you help me with something?
Ugh.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not... No, can you interpret this for me? I understood it. I turn the computer to Amanda, she squints at Damien's message. I don't understand that speak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, that kids got over saying LOL and LMAO or whatever, and decided that they needed to do is bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What?
Yeah.
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land.
Huh.
Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things that you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like, the first 5 pages, and then I read a view of the movie. Still got a B, though. At least you watched the movie, I just read Spark Notes. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types the words on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards. Evan. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Oh, that's an interesting house for this neighborhood. Make a short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house, more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms over the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker against a hollow sound echoes echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. That is not a creak I ever want to hear again. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy. A little bit more than a little. But I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring right at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Evan, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, that was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around the house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary, sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
Oh.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Throughout extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with all the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a Black Parade poster. I'm going to join the Black Parade. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. You reach the door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish.
Oh.
And this is the library. Sunlight streams from floor to ceiling arched windows. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period appropriate furniture. Damien is really proud of this room, clearly. Look at the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book, listen up the door, look out the window. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No. But Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Look at the butterfly! Walk up to the glass display of... Why am I in the British accent? I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I can show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pen right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Pick up a book! You know, Evan, in the Victorian era there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Oh, no! I didn't have to get past chains, and I knew what this was! Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to a sitting room where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of people enjoying it. In fact, high refers to the later time of the day the working class had to enjoy tea, and the height of the tables in which they were served. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is... I have to admit, his home is really impressive. It seems like you've put a lot of work into this place. But thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. Look at what you've done. Kinda jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff?
How delightful.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? No, I'm gonna have the song stuck in my head. I'm afraid I don't understand. Are you serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. I can't not. I'm gonna be humming it now. Oh my gosh, that's all I'm gonna think about. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby as collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest. To be cognizant of its flaws and to love it all the same. Tell me, Evan, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do. But I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. It really is. Whenever somebody talks about something that they are so passionate about, that's like when they're the most attractive. Like, it's amazing. It's gorgeous. It's a sight. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. I love watching soap making videos on the internet, love me some word jumbles, learned how to juggle once. I'm not gonna lie, word jumbles, like, he's said he's done them before. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, you know, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer? In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. How much of a backyard does this man have? It's beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously.
Oh.
You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to one another. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower can mean different things depending on other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. Do you know what this one means? I did not get that right. My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge! Yeah, I like my loins are ablaze. Just sounds so great. Pure hatred. My bad. Thou art the tightest. But I thought tightest was awesome. Like, you know, oh, that's tight. Am I too old for using that phrase? Does that mean something different nowadays?
Oh.
The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why exactly why floral arrangements are so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Snapdragons, honeysuckle, sunflower. Well, I'm pretty much allergic to, like, all flowers. Except for roses and wisteria I know I'm good with. And I think it was snapdragons that I was good with, too. Because they're cute. You can do that thing where you squeeze them so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. Yep, if they're the ones that you can squeeze and they look like they're talking, then yeah, snapdragons I was good with. Sunflowers, for some reason, they just messed with me, and I don't think I've ever encountered honeysuckle, so. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. Oh my god, is he gonna make me a bouquet? He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Your husband never got you a bouquet? Or did you get one for him? Because if you didn't get one for him, why is he going to get one for you? Just saying. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Evan, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls out a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it.
Oh.
Damien smiles at me and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. The This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of a cherry tomato and then immediately died. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that guard.
Fix the guard, Okay, no. Well, it needs to be flipped over. How do I flip it over? Oh. Haha! And then, I think... Okay. And then, is this the head? Is this the head? Is this Garg up the right way?
Oh.
Yay! That one
was actually easy compared to the penguin one. Whew, that was a close one. Oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Evan, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There is an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave.
No problem, dude. Everything alright?
Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but, it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school, post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. His dad's gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go! Lego! Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step in behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session. I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into the darkness. Watch your step. I hear vague voices drifting up from the basement and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of the creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me.
What?
The room falls silent. I wasn't trying to kill you, dumbass. I just wanted to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was white down here. You tricked me. Whoa, wait a second. Lucian, did you try to cast of Amontillado Ernest? That was a good story. That's all I'm gonna say. Good story. I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him, What's Cast of Amontillado?
Huh.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into a cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall.
Oh.
It's a lovely story. So, what, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest is just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. But then he realized that I lied about the wine. And you were cackling like maniacally. You were cackling maniacally. Maniacally. I don't know how to pronounce that word. It sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
What?
It took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2 weeks on the cast of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie.
What?
It's only 5 pages long. There is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You both are suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We head upstairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again.
Oh no. Ah.
I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you and I can see that you're struggling, so if you decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too.
Huh.
Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping us cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues to stare out of the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull up into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. All things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good. So there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. Probably going through a rough phase. Really admired how you handled that. Does this kind of thing happen a lot? You know what? To be completely honest, I actually really admire how he handled that. Because, I mean, I feel like Lucian probably would not respond well to, like, screaming, yelling, all that kind of stuff. So, just to be sure. You're a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have thought you would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. Rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? I got eggplants. I got eggplants. Sorry. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. Plopped down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bicker back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with a bemused expression, both of their hands touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a two-bed with two-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, there's an outhouse only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to school and pick up Lucian since he he lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of fine vintage. Would have a fine vintage and then tried to brick him to the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Lucian live streamed the entire thing. Oh my god. That's why you got caught. Dumbass. This entire day is beyond me. Otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy is a character. But he's really good company. A surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Thirsty.
I'm sensing a romance between us. A chemical romance.
Ha ha ha.
That's a band?
That's great. I like that. So this is where I'm gonna end today. Went on 2 dates with 2 different dads. Kind of went back on the Joseph thing. I'm gonna finish Joseph. So yeah. This is it for today. We will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.
Ah! Get away from me, you flower! Oh dear God! There are snapdragons all around me! Help me! Help me! Ah!